1, 2, 3.
Hello and welcome to the Narc Alert, the channel where we look at YouTubers and others to see if they demonstrate any traits that fall within the spectrum of narcissistic personality disorder, or NPD. These videos are for fun and entertainment purposes only, strictly my opinion, and remember, please don't send any snark to our possible narcs. So key points to remember: messy fun and not a diagnosis. Hello, hola, hey y'all, my name is Merc. Welcome back to the Narc Alert, and it's Friday. Welcome back to the Redundancy Report. Well, the cat is out of the bag, and the cat's name is Romeo. Yes, AMBERLYNN has gotten another kitten. I mean, we all knew it was coming, right? Once she said the family had cats. But, you know, a lot of people are kind of concerned because we're not convinced she's taken real good care of her animals, the two that she has remaining, and now she's added a third. Did you know that in the past, AMBERLYNN REID was actually called an animal hoarder? And she did a whole video addressing it from 8 years ago. So I thought it might be fun to take a look back at her responding to that and see, is there any clues that maybe this is starting again? Gosh, I hope not. Amber, what's the story, Morning Glory? Okay, there she is, 8 years ago in all her glory. Amber, take it away.
Hey guys, so I feel like it's not even fair that I have to film this video, but I'm gonna film it anyways. Sometimes I feel utterly embarrassed and ashamed and just like, about being part of the YouTube community, because some of the comments and some of the things that people say about me are so wrong and so rude and so cruel, and just makes
8 years ago. Girl, if you only knew what was coming. Oh my goodness.
me look like I'm such a horrible person when none of you actually know who I am as a person, because you're not with me in my real life. You don't know me in my real life, and I try to show you like my life and who I am as a person and like on YouTube, but it's never the same. It's never going to be the same. That's just not how it works. Like, everyone's always different or comes off different in real life. So this is about the fact that I got another kitten.
There we
People
go.
are
8 years later, here we are again. The fact that she got it 8 years ago, people were upset at her for getting another kitten. So this is not a new thought, the concern of animal care with AMBERLYNN REID.
calling me a hoarder, animal hoarder. People are saying that I'm lying about how I got her. People are just being disgusting, saying that I should have taken all the kittens, and then other people are saying I shouldn't have even taken her. Yes. And then people are saying I should have taken the kittens to the shelter, and so many other things. And I don't even know how to wrap my head around any of it. There are so many of you who are very supportive, and those people I appreciate so much, and thank you for realizing that I did something good. There are animals out there who are living in the streets disgusting and starving and filled with fleas and lice, and every day
She's a hero. Guys, she's a hero. This wasn't about her wanting a kitten. She's a hero.
Worried about being attacked by another animal, and it's like, I took one kitten away from that pain and the sadness and the cold and the rain, and yet I get backlash for that. I am not an animal hoarder. I don't want any more animals. 3 cats and a dog is fine with me. I do not need any more.
3 cats and a dog is fine with her. She doesn't need any. 3 cats and a dog. That's a lot of animals for one household.
For animals, no thank you. Of course, like, I would love to help and protect and to feed and to bathe and to love and to give affection to every single animal out there, but I can't.
Most of us would.
It's impossible. And to be called a hoarder, an animal hoarder, and a cruel person for doing this, I don't know what exactly you guys are watching me for, or what you guys even processed in your head when I introduced my little kitten to you guys. I just don't understand. And you guys are wondering what happened to the other kittens, yada yada yada. Thank the Lord, my neighbor actually put those kittens back in her home, and because she realized it was too cold outside after I got done talking to her that morning after I found.
So she didn't rescue a kitten from the street like she just made it sound, right? I guess the neighbor had the kittens outside inappropriately, but then brought them in. People make mistakes. They fixed it. They brought the kittens in. The kitten wasn't on the street in the rain and the cold and the sadness like the way she made it sound, right?
One kitten, and I'm going to let you guys know, no, I would have not taken those kittens to a shelter, because everywhere around me within a radius of like 50 miles, every shelter is a kill shelter, and I'm
going to call BS. I mean, maybe it's true, but I don't think she has that fact at her fingertips. This is a woman who, when her dog was shaking in pain, couldn't find a 24-hour vet when there was one 2 blocks away from the Chili's that she went to, instead of staying home and taking care of her dog that was shaking in pain. So I don't believe that she's got this facts at her fingertips. I think this is BS.
I want to warn you guys right now that there are shelters who will not say they're kill shelters, and they are.
Oh, she knows.
And to me, that is worrisome. And it puts me in a rock.
So not only does she know which ones are, she knows the ones that are lying to you too, guys. They're lying.
A hard place. Do I leave the kittens out here to become outside cats, who they might actually enjoy it? Or do I take them to a shelter where there's a 99.9% chance they're going to get killed? Sometimes I just don't know what to do. And you can call animal rescue, but they'll do the exact same thing I would.
They weren't your cats. They were the neighbor's cats. It's not up to you to take them to a shelter. Imagine if AMBERLYNN had cats that had kittens and the neighbors decided that they weren't being taken care of properly, so they decided to come over and pick up all the kittens and take them to a shelter. She'd have the police after them. It's ridiculous. It's not your kittens.
Would have done, or could have done, taking them to the kill shelter.
No, you see, exactly. She's got it set in her mind that only she can save them. Everybody else is going to kill the kittens. It's not that. It probably won't work that way. If she was truly concerned about the health and care of these kittens, she should have phoned the Humane Society. They don't kill. As far as I know. In Canada, I don't think so.
And I did not want to do that. I didn't know what to do. And so that's why, when I found the little kitten.
This is bugging me. I gotta look that up quickly. Give me 1 second. Hi, back. So I checked. It says the Humane Society aims to be a no-kill shelter, but in very rare instances, they may have to euthanize an animal. So that's in Canada.
It was only really her around, and there was a few bigger cats who were used to being outside, who love being outside, so I just left them be because I'm used to them being outside cats, and they're used to it, and they enjoy it. That's like their home and their environment.
She let them be because she's used to them being outdoor cats. Did you hear that language? That's amazing. She's used to them being.
Who were used to being outside, who love being outside, so I just left them be because when I found the little kitten, it was only really her around, and there was a few bigger cats who were used to being outside, who love being outside, so I just left them be because I'm used to them being outside cats, and
I let them be because I'm used to them being outdoor cats. Okay, Amber.
They're used to it and they enjoy it. That's like their home and their environment. But this kitten was shivering and wanted to come inside, and I did not want to leave her out there. I felt horrible about the situation. And so when I talked to my neighbor the next morning, and I told her like how the kitten was shivering and she was cold and, yada, 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 I think it might have made her realize to bring in her other kittens and find homes for them that way. And
just a funny little thing I keep noticing. She says kitten and kitten. She says, it's funny, she pronounces that word 2 different ways.
I don't know. I'm not an animal hoarder. If anything, I'm a love hoarder. and I want
One
these
dog.
animals to feel love and to feel safe and to feel protected.
Okay.
And I want
Of
them
course
to
you
be
do.
warm when they should be warm and cooled off when they should be cool. And I want them to have food and water. And
Just like pretty much most humans on the planet, Amber, congratulations, you share a trait with most humans.
for people to like
Oh,
take one thing that I'm very
here we go.
for
Tear
people
time.
to take one thing that I know makes me
How about these little greasy little buns up here? They're like hot buttered buns on the top of Red. She's got little hot cross buns up there. They look so greasy and shiny.
who I am, makes me a good person, and to twist that and turn it into something negative, it does affect me a little bit. It makes me regret sharing certain things online. It makes me just feel very like YouTube is a burden. Like, I don't even want to go onto YouTube when
8 years ago. 8 years ago, she was feeling like this strongly about it. Wow. Do you think she's a masochist? She's got to be a masochist, right?
this starts to happen. Like, I'll be so excited about something like, oh my god, I have a new kitten. And sometimes it's like, who the fuck cares how I got her? Like, this is my home and I take care of my animals. I want you guys to know that cats are one of the most independent animals in the whole world. In the whole entire
Amber's going to teach us about animals now. Cats are the most independent animals in the whole world. Amber, domestic cats are incredible. There's no arguing that. Cats are incredibly independent, and they will find a way. They'll survive. They're survivors for sure. But domestic indoor cats, they kind of need you. They kind of need you. They're not as independent as. I mean, they could probably return to that state of independence. Cats are pretty pliable. Anyway, let's hear Amber teach us about that.
entire world. If anything, the reason why we have cats is so it's kind of like selfish in a way. The reason why we have cats is because we like them. Because they can survive out there, but it breaks my heart to see them cold and shivering and etc., etc., etc.
I wouldn't worry so much about the cold and the shivering as the cars and the traffic and the horrible, cruel humans they could run into. There's a lot of dangers for cats in a city or a town, probably less so in the country. Can't imagine. When I watch Rio run full tilt down the hallway, I often think, man, there's so many indoor cats that don't get that chance to just run like that, right? Because anyway, it's a cat's life.
It really hurts me, especially a little kitten. And cats not feed themselves. You have to have water and stuff out for them, like we do, 24/7.
There's an old Chris Rock routine where he's talking. I don't remember how we got to it, but he says, it says you see these crazy people on TV, and they'll do something like, I take care of my kids. And he goes, yeah, that's not an accomplishment. That's what you're supposed to do. Right? They wear it like it's a big badge of honor. That's what she's doing here. 24/7, my cats have water. Yeah, Amber, that's what you're supposed to do. It's not.
They go to the bathroom themselves, and they want to be with themselves, and that's just how cats are. And
some of them.
I just want to be that person to be able to, feed them and love them and care for them and give them a roof and things to play with and just a place to be. And
see, even that energy, it's not, I want to make sure that they're all okay. It's, I want to be the person that does that for them, is how she words it, right? Not like it'd be okay with her if the kittens were taken care of, as long as they're okay. No, she wants to be the person that does it.
If you guys want to take that as something negative, I feel like there's something wrong with you, and there's something going on in your head that you need to figure out.
Of course,
why you're
it's
such a negative person, and you can just you can watch or read or see or hear such a beautiful and kind thing happen, but yet you'll turn it into something grungy and gross. Like,
she did such a beautiful and kind thing and turned it into grungy and gross. God, guys.
There's something wrong with you. And I don't mean that in a rude way. I mean that in a sincere way. You don't have to believe it, but there is something wrong with you, and you need to figure your shit out, because you can't keep spewing venom at things that aren't meant to be spewed venom at.
Okay, I will say, although there is so much about Amber that is the same, and we know that she thinks exactly the same way as this. There's no denying that. She has learned to stop doing these rants. Gotta say, it has been literal ages since we've had a good, solid AMBERLYNN REID rant. You know? I mean, of course, the pinnacle was the Snapchat rant. That was beautiful. But even up until the Feline days, we were getting the bathroom rants. There was a whole bathroom rant series. Maybe I should do a compilation on the bathroom rants. But yeah, she has learned to keep her mouth shut. Like, this doesn't do anything for you on YouTube. Doing this kind of stuff is never gonna help you.
Either way, if I had 10 animals, that would be up to me. If I had
no, that'd be illegal.
1 animal, that would be up to me. If I had a horse in my backyard, that would be
illegal.
Up to me.
No.
As long as they're taken care of, loved, bathed.
No, there's laws about animals. And I can't speak again. I'm in the city I'm in. It's 3. You can't have more than 3 dogs in an apartment. I don't know about homes. It might be different for a larger house with a yard. But in an apartment, it's illegal to have more than 3 dogs. I would imagine 3 dogs and a cat probably isn't legal here. I don't know what the laws are for her city. But yeah, there are, aside from just how much you love them, there are laws that take care of that sort of thing, right?
Just they're clean, they're happy, they have things to play with, they're not abused. That's number 1. Not abused emotionally or physically. And again, they're loved. They're showered with love. That's what's important.
No pet owner should have to include, I won't abuse my animals, in the list of things that, you know, like, that, that's not, I mean, does that happen? It does. And is it the most heartbreaking thing? Sorry. There was no time to mute. Is it the most heartbreaking thing ever to see an animal get abused? It absolutely is. But really, that's not a selling feature. Hey guys, I promise you I'll never emotionally or physically abuse my animals. Okay, good. We never expected you to. Good Lord.
They're in a healthy environment.
It's like saying, hey, nice to meet you. You know what? I'm not going to murder you. I'm not that kind of person. Okay, good.
Lovely place. That's what's important. So, yes, I have 3 cats. Why does that bother so many people? I don't know. I'll never understand it. But anyways, not a hoarder. Just want to say that. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.
Well, there you have it from 8 years ago. AMBERLYNN REID is not an animal hoarder, even though she had 3 cats and a dog. She is a lot, our AMBERLYNN REID. God, I hope she takes good care of this kitten. God, I hope her mother comes to help at least something. I'm concerned about this kitten, like all of you are. Let's just keep our fingers crossed. I want to thank you for joining me and the absent Rio, who's just sleeping on the couch, at this look at AMBERLYNN REID and her propensity for pet hoarding possibilities. Maybe. I will not be around tomorrow, but members can look forward to an upload this weekend, a day in the life of Rio. His whole day from his eyes. It's going to be silly fun. I'll see you on Monday for an Amber recap. Until we meet again, you know the routine. Just be kind, and hasta luego.